we gonna smack first round? The niggas in the basement. Out of here. We gonna hear this again.
Way off.
Way off. Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. Paul George, my ass.
You think it's gonna be raw on footage, bro?
Edit it out. Bitches too.
Alright, we gonna talk about bitches, I guess. She puts her legs on top of me. We at the sweatshop right now. And we live. Welcome back to the fucking sweatshop, you ball bags.
It's your boy Hoodie Kev.
Your host of the most, JJ Suarez. We joined by a couple of illustrious guests to my left. We got Joe Biscuits for the first time.
Yo, what's good? You know the vibes.
Welcome back. We got Kenny K. Dot over there in the corner.
Yes, sir. TBG Kenny, what's good?
We got the producer himself, Lou Digital, back with us.
What's good, gang? What's good?
And as always, we got on the ones and twos, the big O.
Yo.
Oscar.
Mr. Schlack.
Yo, I just want to say,
You smart.
We gave you too much power.
We strapped Kevin with a soundboard this week, and we already regret it.
and you already know what it is.
Oh, say that.
This is stupid shit. We got like 4 DJ Khaled sounds on that shit.
Yeah. What's up, JJ? How's your week been, bro?
They ain't said wait.
I'm dead.
He's dead.
Man, we been chilling, bro. Same old shit. We got
How
some.
y'all been, fellas? Y'all been good? Money good?
Bro, New York up right now, so it's a
Bitches
great
good?
time.
Let's talk about the Knicks.
Yo,
Oh
facts.
my
bro.
Let's talk about the
God,
fucking
kid.
The
Knicks.
biggest surprise in the NBA.
I want to say the
I don't know,
biggest
biggest
surprise.
Who's the biggest surprise?
Biggest surprise, them being fourth.
That's a
what
pretty
I'm
big
saying.
surprise.
The biggest
I would
surprise,
say-
we're the biggest surprise in the NBA
I would
because
say
we were
a-
supposed to be trash.
I would
I
say
garbage.
I would say a
surprise.
big surprise in the NBA is the Rockets, though. The Rockets being at the bottom of the fucking
They
West.
lost
No
Harden.
one
What you
thought
mean?
that
They
shit.
lost Harden.
Alright, but no one thought that was-
Oh well, yeah. Going
Beginning
into
of a
the
few games.
going into the season, nobody thought that.
I'd
But
be
as soon as
so
they
hurt
lost
to
them,
be a Rockets fan, bro. You
Oh,
just lost Westbrook
as soon
and
as
Harden
Harden
in, like, 2
started
months.
sandbagging, I knew they were gonna be trash.
oh yeah, word.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Facts, bro. Yo,
Came
remember
with
the
the
old
facts,
pictures?
bro.
All those pictures that came out.
Bro,
New
everybody's like, yo,
York
this
always
nigga's
gotta
fat.
have a hood ass motherfucker. Like when they're doing
This
like
fucking-
remember the trust free will?
Yeah.
Yo,
They made
yeah,
a deep
bring
playoff
that
run
back.
with that motherfucker, and then Randall
Yeah.
looked just like him, bro. Braids, hood ass.
Come on,
nigga,
bro. That's
blue
Pusha
ass
T
nigga.
right there, bro. That's braided Jesus.
Shout out
Say
to
that's
those
Pusha
man.
T.
That's Pusha
What's
J
he
right
averaging
there.
right now?
Bro, that's
For the season, he's averaging like 23.8, like 10 something boards, like 6 assists.
And
Shit,
official
wild.
shooting, too.
This
Yeah,
past,
he's
but this
shooting
past
threes
week, like on this win streak, he's averaging like 30 points, 35,
Yeah,
30, like 30, like 35
He's
points.
had like 2 40-point games this season, right?
Yeah, like 3 or 4.
Yeah. That.
2 of them were against the Hawks.
Julius
2 of them
Hawks
were
are
against the
some
Hawks,
bums,
bro.
He's averaging 24, 10 rebounds, 6 assists, and a steal.
Son, that's not bad at all, bro.
I can appreciate that.
You know what's crazy? RJ
never
Barrett's a
gave up
fucking
since he
sniper, bro. RJ
RJ
Barrett from
Barrett's been
3,
smacking
bro.
threes
He's been shooting
ever
like,
since Anthony Edwards opened his mouth.
yeah, facts. He's been shooting
What
like,
they- what
for the
they-
season, he's shooting like 40
he's better
something.
than-
Anthony Edwards said at the end of the game that he lives with the RJ Barrett shot. Like he'll give
Who's
him
Anthony Edwards again?
the rookie on
The
the
rookie, the number 1 pick, the number 1 rookie of the year, yeah.
I mean, he's been playing nice.
He is because LaMelo hurt his wrist.
I mean, I
He's
told
supposed,
y'all.
you know, he's supposed to come
I
back.
told y'all.
Yeah.
LaMelo's gonna come back.
Of course he gonna win it. B. If they make a playoff run, he in there.
Listen, I was saying
Dinwiddie
this
coming
before the
back.
drive. LaMelo's like that.
Then when he gonna come back?
Damn.
Yo, do I got the who?
Oh no,
Snoop Dogg. Drake. Drake.
Yo, Louis, how you feel about your Nets, bro? I gotta ask.
Bro, I'm just waiting to the playoffs, bro. I can't.
You think y'all gonna be fully healthy?
Well, he
for
don't
the
care. He
playoffs?
don't care about regular season, bro.
I can't
Regular season don't
focus.
even matter.
I can't focus on the Nets right now because they're just fucking.
He's too
every
busy worried
game-
about the Yankees being fucking
every game-
garbage.
Every game is just one. Both these niggas, at least 2 niggas are out every game. Every game, either Kyrie or Harden and KD. I'm just waiting till the playoffs, and then that's when.
You think the Knicks run New York right now?
Hell yeah, the Knicks
Niggas,
are in New York.
the Knicks have always ran New York.
Hell
bro.
yeah,
Like,
we're
even
in New
though
York.
being trash,
It's wild. They got
New York.
KD. The Nets got KD, Kyrie, and Harden on the team, and the biggest basketball superstar in New York is fucking Julius Randle, baby.
We smoking dick right now. I think you're smoking dick right now.
Woo.
I think you're smoking.
Me?
That video.
Absolutely not.
That they sent to the chat the
Nigga,
other
they
day
just
of
starring
the shit
fucking
that happened uptown with the ice cream truck and the whole bunch of New York niggas fucking up the hog.
What are you?
Oh yeah, no. What I sent to the chat, where it was, you don't remember that clip that happened in North Bergen, and the nigga that come up, he's like, "What's good, bro? What's good, bro?" And he flips that kid. They put the Knicks. They put. It was on one of the Knicks. It was on one of the Knicks Instagram pages
Yeah, I
that I
seen
followed.
that
They
shit.
photoshopped Julius. They have Julius Randle's face. RJ. what's good, bro? What's good? Nah, bro, that video's crazy. They pulled up, and the entire time you hear the fucking the ice cream truck in the background.
The car honk and shit.
He brings out a machete.
A baseball bat. He hit that nigga with the baseball bat.
And he
ate
takes
it
from him. Like he takes it from him.
Bro,
That's that adrenaline, bro.
that's Julius, nigga. That's Julius, nigga. Come on, man.
Yo, it's
we were
funny
sitting-
thinking about
Julius-
his potential. You remember when he got
Julius is
drafted
not
by the
bigger than
Lakers?
all three,
His potential?
Of course.
What?
And I always thought he was gonna be a beast.
Julius isn't a bigger superstar than all three of the stars in
Oh, but he's a bigger superstar in New York right now.
So
Ain't
you're- so
nobody
what do you
talking
argue?
about KD. Ain't
So what do
nobody. That the Knicks run New York.
The Knicks have always ran New York.
Yeah, dog.
That's a boo-boo.
If you guys win a trip, all right, congratulations. You can run it for. You can run it for the summer. Yeah, y'all not. I don't think y'all make.
Nah.
I don't even know. Honestly, I honestly don't even know. I don't even know if the Nets make it out the East.
They're chilling right now, bro.
I don't even know if they make it out the East, bro.
Bro, tactically, if they save those three stars playing at the same time for the playoffs,
Harden is always.
Bro, they need Harden.
Good. He's good.
They
but
need Harden.
But he don't show up in the.
He don't show up in the playoffs.
that's the biggest X factor.
No matter
Kyrie
does.
probably if he's not.
Kyrie and KD does. But KD, yeah.
I mean,
Is
KD's
KD still on?
that's it.
Is he
That's
still
it.
on minutes restriction?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
he
shit
has
is
that. He has that
He
bruised
just got
leg.
re-hurt.
Oh yeah, I seen that shit.
He bruised his leg.
Oh, he had like a thigh contusion, right?
AD's back. Drummond's back.
Drummond's back.
Nah, don't sleep on that. Yo,
man.
you think Drummond's a sleeper? Nah, bro.
Shut your mouth.
Are you pull up to an undersized team? AD's too much already. AD's too much already.
Drummond averages like 6 fucking.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the fucking Jazz and the Suns. They're the first and second seed in the West right now.
Both
I don't think
overachievers.
they're either.
I don't think any of them gonna do. I don't
I
think
was
they're
saying this. I'm saying once the playoffs done and the Lakers in the finals, LeBron's gonna get shit for smacking these teams that don't got superstars. It's like, oh, he beat Donovan Mitchell. Oh, he beat a young D-Book. We hear this shit every season, every play.
You know who we gonna smack first round? The niggas in the basement.
Oh,
Out of here.
In the
We
basement.
gonna hear this again.
Way off.
Way
It's the side
off!
of
Fuck out of here! Fuck out of here! Paul George, my ass.
Yo, Paul George's been playing really good. Bro, today.
I hope.
Clippers
Shut up,
been
shut your
wildin'.
mouth. Shut your mouth. I hope we end up in the 3rd seed and the Clippers end up in the 6th seed. I want you niggas going first round, bro. I want you niggas going.
That'd be hilarious.
Gone.
That'd be hilarious.
Just
They're-
gone.
That'd be a great first round series.
5
Yeah.
games.
3 and
5
6.
games, y'all.
5 games?
5 games, y'all.
Five?
Gone.
5
Y'all
with who?
gone. Y'all gone. Y'all gonna have to pack up the fucking Staples Center and walk the fuck out with your little duffel bags. Cause y'all gonna be gone.
You on crack, B. You sleeping on this moon shit. Nigga. They got you thinking different right now. You thinking
Dogecoin got him different right now.
How you feel about
Well, this guy
Dogecoin being
nothing.
down?
No. We're not changing the fucking
Nah,
subject.
we have.
The
We're
Clippers
talking
are
about
better
two
than the
stupid.
Lakers.
How?
You look at the
Okay,
rosters.
how?
We are a
How?
deeper team
Who's
again.
better than Andre Drummond?
Who the fuck is Andre Drummond? Who the fuck is Andre Drummond?
Bro, y'all got
That
Ivan
guy averages
Zubac.
what? Zubac is better than Andre Drummond. If he is Zubac is better than Andre Drummond.
This is the same nigga that came with a drop step in real life. You disrespect.
I be cooking you with that drop there and that turnaround jumper. You be getting sick.
And you be
The
walking.
look on Kevin's face when
Look
I
up-
hit a turnaround jumper in his face
Look
is
up Zubac's
satisfaction every
stats and
time.
Drummond stats.
Nah, Zubac might have better style. He might have.
Nah, he don't have
No,
better
he does
stats. He does not have better stats. He does
Drummond
not.
had like 16 and 13 or like some shit like that. He's averaging.
This motherfucker's at 16.
Nigga had a-
13.
nigga
You
had
think
a-
it's 2015?
Nigga had a 30-20. Go ahead. What did he average?
16 and 13.
I told
He
you.
averages 16 and 13.
Drummond's at least
How many minutes a game does this guy play?
27, bro. He got drafted.
He could not believe it. He's like, what do you think? Is this 2015?
Okay, no, let's
Oh,
talk.
shit.
Wait. Let's talk specifically about the 8 games he's played for the Lakers.
Okay, all
This
right.
man is averaging
3, he's been hurt.
12 and 10 just on the Lakers.
Alright, look up what Zubac's averaging on the Clippers.
10 and 8.
10 and 8.
9 and 7.
Fucking
9 and 7. He thought he was. That's
and
one
that's
free
him
throw left.
playing with
Less minutes.
Kawhi.
That's him
and
playing
with
less
the
minutes.
Bucks.
And that's him
Alright.
playing with niggas who get more rebounds and more
But
assists.
Drummond is playing hella minutes. Wait till he gets
Drummond-
popping LeBron. LeBron going, ooh, ooh. No,
That's
no.
not
He's gonna average fucking 12 instead of 10.
AD
Get out of
gonna
here.
pass out of that little elbow jumper. Ooh.
Bro.
That Twin Tower shit is real, bro.
That shit is
I don't know,
real,
man. But both if y'all do face each other in the series and if both rosters are completely healthy, it's gonna go to 7.
Lakers and
It's gonna go to 7.
We're winning 6
'Cause-
at the most.
6?
At the
Yeah,
I can
like
see that going to 7.
Patrick Beverly can somewhat contain Dennis Schroeder.
Who's fifth seed in the East?
Someone contained. Dennis Schroeder's gonna average
East,
8 points
the
a game.
Hawks.
That is trash.
And he's a hype.
And
he's a
You
hype.
don't watch basketball. You don't watch. When do you watch basketball?
Patrick Beverly
You don't.
is trash.
You don't watch basketball.
How many players
Just
are there in
say
the NBA 400? Patrick Beverly is like 350. He is trash. All he does is talk, bro. He does nothing.
First team all
He
defense.
can't score.
First team on
He can't
defense.
score.
It's not like Tony Allen.
Now he can't defend. When was he all first?
Last season.
Last season he was all first?
First team all defense.
Oh my god. And you let this
In the bubble.
nigga clap you?
Jamal Murray?
Bubble boy.
Talking about
Talking about bubble boy.
What y'all think about
He was shooting in a high school gym. Get out of
Who else
here.
y'all played?
And the Dallas Mavericks were beating 6.
Oh my, you let Jamal Murray dog your first team defense?
Bro, Jokic's dog does more than Jamal Murray had
Jamal
one or
Murray
two
dogged
games.
y'all that series.
He scored 51 times.
That was enough.
That's 50.
That was 50 to
50.
send you. How many
One
fucking
time.
50-point games did Kawhi and Paul George have?
Bro, niggas-
I know he had a.
Way off. It's
Oh,
the
way off.
And Paul George had 2 points in the second half of Game 7. That shit is over with.
Nah, but for real, the Clippers have been playing really good
What you
recently.
think?
Paul George has been
What
playing really good
What
recently.
you think?
Paul George has been really
We have
good.
If
the
they,
best
if they get
offense.
eliminated this season, who goes? Who leaves?
Who leaves?
Kawhi can be
Nobody.
a free agent this
No,
season.
neither
Kawhi's
of them.
resigning.
Kawhi's gonna be a free
Kawhi's
agent.
resigning.
Don't bank on Kawhi resigning.
I will put money on it right now.
That man is a
Kawhi
bastard. He
resigning.
don't
He
give a
just
dog.
not a bastard. He wants to play at LA. He doesn't care what the Clippers
Nigga,
do.
so
He
move
wants
on,
to give
nigga.
back to his
Come on,
community.
nigga.
The whole point, he didn't want to go to the Lakers to play with AD and LeBron. He came to the Clippers for a reason. He's re-signing. He just bought a brand new fucking house in LA. He's
You
re-signing.
acting like the house is nigga. He could sell it.
resigning.
He got bread like that.
I know it's easy to sell a house on a fucking
But
panoramic.
we gonna talk
We in the
about
middle of
him
a-
making
we in the
that.
middle of a
We gonna talk
pandemic.
about that gay ass.
In the middle of a pan de dulce.
We're in the middle of a fucking
We gonna
panoramic.
talk about that
We talking about
gay
selling
ass
houses.
commercial they made. Trash, B. You talk about marketing scheme being buns.
Bro,
Talking about he gets in his little 6'4". He gets
If
off of
COVID
Kawhi
didn't
and
happen,
shit.
if COVID didn't happen, the playoffs wouldn't have happened the way they happened.
No.
The Lakers wouldn't have won a championship.
What? The Lakers were rolling before the.
That's like
before
saying
that.
if the pandemic would have gone a month earlier, Kobe would still be alive, nigga.
Oh nah, you just hit him low.
That was Matt Randall.
Low.
That was Matt Randall, but
No,
That's
so
when you hit the
you're-
Chris
you're
Benoit
expanding
sound
on
button.
my- I'm fucking taking back on my nigga. Kobe died bullshit, dog.
Kobe died in January. COVID happened in March.
Beginning of March. Kobe
The
died at the
second-
end of
Kobe was around before.
Either way, it don't
Yeah,
matter.
it was already around. So that's the same shit. You know what still would have happened? LeBron would have still been holding up that little baby right there, nigga.
That Kobe death made the Lakers hit different, bro. They was playing crazy.
Yeah, no, they were
Bro,
playing
the
crazy.
bubble was a completely different environment.
Why you-
These
why-
men have
I
ever
wanna know
played
this.
basketball.
I mean, we could
LeBron
say
just been
that.
hell.
Stupid.
It's a tougher
It's
environment.
not tougher. It's easier.
It's
Do you
easier.
think
There's no
it's
fans.
easier?
Niggas
There's
who
no
were
fans.
never scored nowhere near 50 points. Donovan Mitchell, Jamal Murray are dropping 50 regularly.
So why your boy talking about he couldn't handle the stress?
He was
so
depressed and
stressed,
anxious.
wanted to get
That's
out.
mental health. Bro, we just talked about mental
I
health
know
last
that, but
episode.
that's
He
what
was
I'm
going
saying.
through
So
some
then why
shit.
is it not tougher than that?
What do you mean it's not tougher? We're talking about the actual bubble itself versus
They can't go
playing with
outside.
depression
They
and anxiety.
can't have,
But
like,
these,
regular activity.
but
They
these
can't see their
24-year-olds, these 23, 24-year-olds don't have fucking families, number one. They don't have
We
kids
talking
and
about
shit.
Papi LeBron, nigga. He got family.
Bro, I don't give a fuck about LeBron.
He
LeBron
had
don't
little,
even see
he had
his
Bronny
family.
smoking bud and shit, nigga. But
He was smoking that Clippers pack. The Nuggets pack. Yo.
Yeah, if anybody who's affected is him. That man hasn't played in an empty arena since he was like 14. If you think about it, because he was already famous by 14 or 15.
Bro, the bubble, we're talking about the bubble as an environment.
bubble
in the bubble,
it's
it's
a tough
easier to
environment.
shoot.
But who on the
There's
Lakers
no
did that help?
fans. There's straight silence. Like
Yeah,
the
like when you're shooting free throws are
I can
easy.
see that for like. I can see that
Yes,
for like
I'm
Duncan
saying that. The
Robinson.
fucking
For the
niggas
players,
don't
for the players that played,
We're not talking about no ifs because that didn't happen.
So what happens if you
That
don't
didn't
tell
happen.
Niggas would not be
That
saying the bubble,
didn't happen.
nothing. They'll talk
But that
about
didn't happen.
LA Clippers champions.
We're not talking about
Can I ask y'all
if
for an
that
opinion on something?
didn't happen.
What's y'all opinion on this NBA season as a whole with the shortened games and all the injuries and
I
stuff?
don't think it affected that.
I think that I don't think the game. Yeah, I
With
think
the mad injuries though.
it's only
like,
10 games
everybody's
less, but
hurt.
yeah, I think the injuries are something to talk about because it's ridiculous how many injuries are going. Yeah,
Jokic about to get an MVP
KD,
just for
Jamal
playing every game and be
Murray,
nasty.
LeBron.
AD, LeBron.
Yo,
Yo, man, Trey Young just got injured.
Giannis got injured too.
Murray's
Yeah.
out for the
Ben
year.
Simmons, Joel Embiid,
Ben Simmons.
The whole net roster.
The whole Nets are monster. Spencer Dinwiddie.
I saw him hit a dagger
I
three,
saw him
bro.
dunk one time. That's it.
Bro,
I've
he's
never
been
seen him
hooping.
play.
Nah, me and JJ watched like after the Knicks played on 420. We watched the Nets and Pelicans game, and
Bro,
as soon as we tuned in, Blake Griffin caught a dunk.
He had this crazy give and go where he looked athletic as fuck, launched and dunked with two hands.
Yeah, he
How
just
old
yammed
is
it.
Blake right now?
He's like
He's like 32.
That's not too old.
He got drafted like
He's not
2000.
that old. He's
Nah, he might be younger. He got drafted like 2009. Yeah,
11.
2009. It was 2011. Nah, you're wild. It was 2011.
2011.
No, he
That's
didn't.
the John
He got
Wall draft.
drafted in
No, it's not the John Wall
2009.
2010 he got drafted.
2010, 2011.
Yeah, 2010. So he got drafted 2010.
No, he wasn't.
Yes.
He got drafted
We're
the
looking
year
at basketball reference.
because he got drafted the year before, and then when
he
he
was
couldn't play that whole
injured.
season, he was
he's
injured,
not
and
wrong.
then when
Shit is
John
Ben
Wall got
Simmons.
drafted,
He's
he
not
won
wrong.
Rookie of the Year that year because he couldn't play that whole season.
Wow.
Right, same
So
shit as
fuck you
same
and
shit
fuck
as
you.
Ben
Ah,
Simmons. But he didn't play 2009. That was the point.
That's what I'm
He didn't
saying. But he
play.
got drafted.
He got drafted in 2009. I got you. You good?
Who's the fifth seed in the East right now, JJ?
The fifth seed in
Atlanta.
the East is
Atlanta?
But
Yeah.
us and Atlanta are tied right now. We have the exact same record. But they just won
The
today.
East is fucking boo boo.
Nah.
Like
yeah.
outside of the top three, it's boo boo.
How
No,
does that
bro.
play-in tournament work?
So it's
It's
the
like-
seventh.
So the
ninth-
seventh plays the 9th seed. The 8th plays the 10th seed. The winners from those games play each other, and I think the losers from those games play each other.
No. So it's like the 7th seed will face the 10th seed, and if the 10th seed has to win 2 games. So
Yeah, the lower seed
if
has to win. The
10th
lower
and
seed
9th
has to win 2 games. If the upper seed wins 1 game, then that's it. They
Yeah,
won.
and then it's just pretty much if you win, you get the spot. Like you're in the playoffs. And I would imagine they reorder the seeding based on records.
The West record is like they're all above 500. The East.
The West is crazy because
Bro, the East from
play-ins is
4
like 1
to
11.
8 is only like 2 games back, like a game and a half back. Like they're all literally right there.
2.5.
2.5, right?
Who's the
Yeah.
best in the East? The Sixers, right?
The Nets.
The
No,
Nets
they're
are
number
winning.
1.
The Nets are half a game against
Bro, the
Sixers.
Nets been smacking everybody without their team.
With just Harden.
Yeah, without their
Just
team.
Harden ain't been slapping people.
Yeah, and now it's just Kyrie. I mean, they just lost to the Raptors.
Kyrie's
I'm
playing.
telling you, bro. Look,
Yeah.
Well, they
Kyrie's
just
been
beat the
fucking
Celtics.
hooping.
They beat the Celtics today.
that's
Boy,
what I'm
Kyrie
saying,
has
bro.
been
Saving
hooping.
all
Oh,
3
nah,
of your players
Kyrie
at the same
different,
time for the playoffs.
Kyrie's super different.
Nobody in the league has even seen how you guys play. Like everybody
They
has
don't
to
know how they
adjust
play,
live
though.
in the
You
playoffs.
think that that's not bad though? They haven't even played.
I
Bro,
think
but they're
the,
smacking everybody without their.
No, I'm saying like, but them 3 on the court, like, how you control the looks and who gets the
Nah,
ball?
it's-
Harden, man. Harden is
bro,
a
that's
lot
the thing.
better
The thing
than
about those
Steve
3 players is that those are 3 just hoopers. Like
Bro.
you put them into any situation.
They're all ISO ball.
Bro, every
Oh.
basketball team in the NBA runs the same shit now. They all do.
ISO.
I'll run the Golden State
ISO. Bro,
offense.
Julius Randle runs ISO.
It's ISO, but
Julius Randle runs ISO.
And
Like
then
that's his
it's just-
only bag.
It's ISO corner 3.
Yeah, it's
bunch
ISO,
of-
but it's off ball screens that create corner
Yeah.
threes, wing threes. It's off ball screens and off ball movement
I mean,
around the ISO. So that's why I feel like KD, Kyrie, and James Harden all work because they all kind of structure the same offense. It's ISO with ball movement behind them.
Yeah.
So it's like they're ISOing, but they're running off ball screens for Kyrie, for James Harden, for KD,
Joe
for
Harris.
Spencer, for Joe Harris, for not LeVert, no
not
more.
LeVert, not Spencer either.
I
Because
think everybody slept on how selfless Harden really is, bro.
Bro, he's
his first game he had a
architect of
30.
an
He had a
offense.
30-point triple
Yeah,
double.
bro.
His first game with
Bro,
the Nets.
Him
He's
and
an
Harden, him and
architect.
KD is both like they're both really good off ball. And Kyrie's Kyrie.
But you know
I
who
would
don't
say
get
KD,
it?
I
You
would
know
say
who
KD a
don't
little
get
better.
it?
James Harden needs the ball in his hand more. I feel like
For
than
sure,
KD.
for sure.
know who
But still,
don't-
they're
But
both
James
able
Harden
to.
is an architect on offense. That man could, if you put the ball in his hands, he's creating something.
Not
He's
like
getting
CP3?
a bucket. I feel like James Harden's a better scorer than CP3. but
Oh, absolutely,
CP3 is-
definitely.
CP3 is an OG.
1000%.
CP3 is an OG.
Best scorer in history?
Who? James Harden?
You're wildin'. For me, it's Kobe.
For me, it's KD. I think KD's the better scorer than Kobe.
It's just because he's 7
You know
feet
who
tall.
I
That
think?
bitch ass
You know
nigga.
who I think is
Michael
that's the best
Jordan,
scorer is Jordan.
Michael
nigga.
Jordan.
Like that ass Jordan.
Oh yeah, against that hard,
mean,
tenacious 80s and 90s defense.
Those fucking
Those
plumbers.
fucking
These guys
plumbers.
fucking playing
He's
for-
fucking
Jordan has played
torturing
13
little Timmy.
seasons, like
Yeah.
13 solid seasons, and he was
Third.
third in
Yeah.
scoring. Like he's a dog.
No, yeah, like, of course. That's the
I'll
goal.
be
yes.
KD's the great. I don't see
Yeah,
how.
yeah, but I can't-
He's the only person
Nah,
that averages
dog.
LeBron's
30
not
points
considered
per
a scorer,
career.
but LeBron has every like category in scoring better than KD. How is he a better scorer?
LeBron, what?
I think
That's
when
why
people,
LeBron's shooter.
I
So,
think when
like,
people say that,
KD is
Well, also
three-point
LeBron's been
shooter,
playing
free
for
throw
almost
shooter.
20 years. This is his 18th season.
No, I know,
So-
but like they qualify like per season, like how many seasons they've done it for, and like they average like how many points he averages for a career. LeBron still averages more.
I think when people say he's a better scorer, is that they're just looking at him and saying that he has more like offensive skills because he's a better shooter.
Yeah, because he has more. Because LeBron's LeBron's only moves are drive to the basket and then that bullshit like look away three and then a post fade and then like a post fade mid range that little one yeah. But KD has a way
second
deeper
best player
back.
of all time. Of course he's good in the post. He's good at everything.
The first best player of all time. First best player of all time.
Listen, if you look at stats, Jordan's the greatest scorer of all time.
That's cool.
But if you look at offensive skill package, then everything changes because then you do have Harden.
I don't look at greatest score of all time just by the amount of points they have. Like, because in that case, it's Kareem. I look at it as how many offensive moves can they do consistently, and how often can they score consistently to be the greatest scorer. Kobe had the turnaround, everything, 3-point shot, dunking, athleticism, like footwork.
Kobe had runs of 8 straight 40-point games. Like
I actually seen a stat that Kobe has taken the most contested shots.
Jordan, he wasn't Jordan.
Yeah, he wasn't Jordan. It was Kobe. He was Kobe.
He had a wider offensive.
Did I just hear somebody say that Kobe's better?
Huh?
You saying that Kobe's
No, he's not better. I'm just saying Kobe was. Yeah, he was trying to beat Jordan, but he became his own person.
Kobe had a wider offensive playbook than Jordan did. He had a better 3-point shot. He had a more.
He was not a great 3-point shooter.
Kobe
was a better 3-point shooter than Mike.
No, but he's not like good. Like
I mean, but that's just
first
35.
Yeah, like 35, 36%.
When you look at the era was not an efficient era. 45 from the field was good in his era.
Yeah, because he was taking like 30 shots.
Now it's like if you're not shooting 50
at that point, Jordan's disqualified from any greatest scorer of all time conversation. And what kind of conversation you having if Jordan's not in?
If you put Jordan in an era where the 3-point shot is popular.
Of course,
he would learn the three.
If you put Kobe in the league now,
that's why he would be a better
3-point shooter.
Hey, Jordan.
Kobe in the league now, LeBron would still body that.
You're stupid because Kobe bodied him when he was in the league.
He ain't never bodied him.
You lucky he didn't see him in the finals. You would have had
Look up LeBron versus Kobe head to head. You gonna see if he bodied that nigga.
Bro, you want to look up Kobe head to head highlights?
Because nuts.
You're stupid. Every time LeBron had to guard up on Kobe dusted him.
Before that plane hit, that helicopter hit the floor, nigga was
Jeez. That's what, censor. Beep, beep, beep. Yo, next topic. We gotta talk about something else.
Why did he kill my man's Kobe?
Yo, last year was insane with celebrity deaths.
We have to put this into it. Whatever we say here is fucking jokes.
It's jokes and fucking around. We respect people.
We said that the first episode.
Yeah, but we have to state this every episode.
Nah, we 4 episodes in. If you don't know what the fuck going on.
2020 was one of the craziest years.
2020 was wild.
For me, one of the craziest. Not the craziest, but
2020 was pretty wild.
2020 had niggas.
It was just so many celebrity deaths. Like how many? Kobe died. Chadwick died.
Pop Smoke died first.
Pop Smoke died. Doom died. Like I know I'm forgetting a lot more people, but like it's just.
No,
he died this year.
Might as well be 2020.
Bro, I feel like it's been
2021. This is 2021. This is 2020.5. Like this is not a new year. Like this is a 2020 remix. Fact.
Crazy. I feel like it's been 3 months since the pandemic started, bro.
2020 had shit crazy.
Crazy. We were locked in the house.
Everybody had to look at everything.
We were locked in the house. We were locked in the house for 2 months, and then fucking Derek Chauvin had to put his fucking knee on George Floyd's neck, and then everybody was outside again, protesting in the streets.
Yo, shout out! I'm so happy he got convicted.
Facts. What was his final? What was it?
Murder.
Yeah, what was his final conviction?
2nd degree.
But like, how many? What's he serving?
10 years.
10 years, but that's like
10 years no parole. 10 years no parole.
I'm gonna look it up. I'm not that.
Bro, 10 years is not enough.
Somebody has to 10 years.
I'm sorry, bro. I get it.
That
That like he would have got more if he got 1st degree. 2nd degree is like obviously lesser, so it's like he's not gonna get a crazy sentence, but he should have gotten longer than just.
He should have got longer, but you can't say it's 1st degree.
12 and a half for both 2nd and 3rd degree murder.
So 20, so like 24.
So 20% of 12 is how many?
20% of 12.
Okay, so I'm sorry. So after everything, he's going to serve between 10 years and 8 months and 15 years for each.
Oh.
So he's serving 2 sentences. So as soon as he's done with 1 sentence, he has to serve another.
Still, like even then, it's light, bro.
So alright. I mean, I get it.
Niggas go away for way longer.
But that's the thing though. Like, and he's probably gonna get off on good behavior. They'll cut his time short.
20, you have to do 20% like your thing. If
80%.
you like
You have
good.
to do 80%.
80? Yeah. Okay. I mean, for big motherfucking things though. But like,
For, like,
I'm pretty
murder
sure
and
for like
shit
other
like that,
shit, you don't have to do that.
No, I'm pretty sure that's like the rule. Like you have to do at least 80% of your
80%. That's a
sentence.
whole lot of fucking.
Yeah, before you're eligible for parole.
Shit,
Yeah.
I would hope though.
Even after you're on parole for
Shit, man. Bobby got 7.
You're not on parole for life.
Bobby got 8.
It depends.
how many years?
You can have parole for like 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. You can
I
have
think
parole
Bobby
for a
gonna
long
make
time.
the summer shake.
What the fuck is a summer shake?
Make it loud, be on some.
Oh, make the summer shake. I thought the summer shake was a thing. I was like, what the
I
fuck
was
is the
thinking of
summer
like some
shake?
type of milkshake, bro.
I'm like, what the
Come
fuck
out
is the
and
summer
bang it?
shake? Yeah, it's
Bobby?
the first day out, bro. Everyone gotta come out with their first day out track.
Yo, I'm sorry, but nobody's first day out will be like T Grizzlies, bro.
Yo, that's the first person I think
First
of.
day out? That shit was
I actually ain't hear that.
T
shit.
Grizzly's whole family's full
Bro,
of
T
like
Grizzly's not
fucking
good.
convicts, be.
Bro,
Like his mom was it locked up, his brother just got re-locked up.
It's funny because that motherfucker's from Tennessee, bro.
Bro, they wildin' down south.
So just to clear up the Derek Chauvin thing, he hasn't actually been sentenced yet. It seems like those were what you can get for the charges that he has. So for second degree, you can get up to 10.5. No, for second degree, you can get up to 15.
Can you give me
for third,
a
up to
breakdown?
10.5.
Because I don't really look into these shits. Like, so he killed George Floyd because he was like, what was it, like a fucking fraud check or
Misuse.
some shit?
Why
No,
did he kill?
it was misuse of like certain techniques you're not supposed to use. He
No,
had.
I'm saying, but what led up to it? It was George Floyd having like a fucking like a bounce check or some shit, right?
Fake
a
20
bounce check or is that counterfeit money that he was trying to use, supposedly. So
So he had to
Derek-
put his knee on his neck.
So Derek Chauvin had him on the ground. The whole video shows him. He's on top of George Floyd with the base of his kneecap in the back of his neck, in the crux of his neck. In the courtroom proceedings, they had a witness who came, who was a doctor, and said, yeah, the reason he died was because of asphyxiation due to the knee in the back of his neck. It was undoubtable that because he had his knee where he had it, that's why George Floyd, like 9 minutes, bro. For like 8.5, 9
At
minutes.
the time, wasn't that like police move or whatever the fuck it was, like just recently like made illegal or
Yeah.
something like that?
Cops do dickhead shit, bro.
All the time.
I've seen a video
All
of
the
a
time.
cop holding like a fire lane. You know when you be in a fire lane, they come up behind you, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah,
And the
bro.
guy does the same shit to the cop. He's like, yo, bro, why the fuck is you here? Like, get out. Like, he's
For
like, bro,
no reason, for no
we're
reason.
riding a police. We're like, go right it over there. And then he points at the parking lot, mad spot. He's like, go over there. He's like, nah. And then he gets out, calls back up, man. People come, like, yo, bro.
Oh, you saw that video of the kids in Perth Amboy that got their
I don't like watching
bikes
that
taken away.
Yeah, I saw
I
that.
hate watching that shit.
Yeah, I hate watching that shit, but it's like you have to be educated on it. Like, bro, cops are
It's
just
not
fucking
even about being educated
ridiculous.
because we know what happens.
Yeah, we
We've
know
seen
what happens, but it's just
Right in our
It's
backyard,
at this
stupid.
point, it just pisses me off because it's like cops know, right? Cops see the same shit that we see every single day, and yet they still do the same stupid shit that gives them the bad look.
Yeah.
Those cops knew about the whole Derek Chauvin thing. There's no way those cops didn't know about the view that we have all on cops, and yet they're still gonna stop a couple of 14-year-old kids for bikes about registrations, take one of the bikes, take one of the kids in fucking cuffs to the, like, what are you doing?
Bro, I was
As a
watching
police-
that shit.
what
I
are
was
you
like, I've
doing?
never in my
Yeah.
life seen anybody get stopped for no bike license.
For
yeah,
registry-
a
like,
registration
those
for a
bikes
bike
registered.
out of town because the kids are from Edison. And in Edison, you don't need a registration. You can just ride your bike. It's a bike. But in Perth Amboy, you need a registration, DK,
why?
for a bike.
Why?
So since these kids came into another town where they're not from and they didn't have the registration, they had to get pulled over and they had to get this and that.
Bro,
Bro, you really want to know why?
Bro, there's nowhere in Jersey you need a registration for a fucking bike.
Bro, all the
What bike?
Dominicans
Like
out here with
like a
big ass
bike.
stuff.
I mean, like
A bicycle, like a BMX
Yeah,
bike,
not like a mountain bike.
It's not a dirt bike.
Not a mountain bike.
Not a motorized. No, it's not a motorized vehicle. It's not a motorized vehicle. This is literally. I got it.
Bicycle, like not even a 10-speed, a fucking bicycle, bro.
It
Like,
wasn't a 10, bro. It was a regular.
that's what I'm
BMX
saying. Not even a 10-speed, a bike.
Yeah,
a
he's
bicycle.
pedaling. He is pedaling on the bike. Yeah, it's not a motorbike or anything. So for that's why those kids got pulled over, and that's why that kid got into handcuffs.
That kid got put in handcuffs and put in
Who's
jail and
that girl that
traumatized.
got killed the other day because of
Michaela Bryant. Yeah,
Michaela
16-year-old. Because she had
That one's
because
interesting.
that one's ridiculous, and this happened like right after this other kid, Adam Toledo, the 13-year-old kid,
Yeah.
and it's the same exact thing. Like, well, not the same exact thing, but it's like kind of a similar situation because the body cam video shows the cops pulling up to these people and they saying, "Oh, drop your weapon or do whatever," blah blah. They say that, and as soon as they finish saying that, they already shoot. Like, they don't give the kids or whatever any time to just drop their weapon or drop whatever they have or put their hands up. Nothing. Like, there's no time given to
They
them
said it like it was
to
part
become
of
a regular
procedure
person.
type shit.
And those are little kids, bro. Like I don't.
Yeah, but they're little. Yeah, exactly. Like
if you're a cop,
he was
and
13.
you're scared of
The girl had a knife on her.
Matter. If
So
you're a fucking police officer and you're scared of a 13-year-old girl with a knife and you can't handle that, you shouldn't be a police officer.
Yeah,
to stop her from stabbing the other girl though.
Yeah,
Bro,
because she was gonna get
shoot a 13-year-old. She's a 13-year-old.
16.
That's the conclusion I came
But
to.
there's the what if that girl stabbed the other girl and killed her? Now it would have been the cop. Why the fuck didn't you stop her before?
Bro, you should be able to stop a girl from doing that without shooting her.
all right, it's still a deadly weapon,
Nah,
but
but I
she's.
really doubt a girl
But you're
like that
doubting.
could-
But you're missing the point that she's 16 years old. She's a young girl. She has a knife to defend herself. You think she's gonna? Yeah, you think she's gonna stab a cop? She called the cops for help.
Bro, the point that I'm trying to make is that as a police officer, there are several steps you should get to before you get to your gun. Even with the whole Adam Toledo shit, that 13-year-old kid who got shot in the fucking whip.
It was a mistake.
Because the stupid bitch thought she was grabbing her taser when she
Oh,
very
no,
clearly
that-
had a
that-
firearm
that
in her
was-
hand.
bro,
Right, like that's
she's
just
like,
bullshit.
I'ma tase him. And then she's
Bro,
like,
and she's like, and she has
Like,
like,
bro, but I'm gonna tase him, and you can see it. Like, is the gun not in your own eyes? Like, can you not see that this is not a taser? They don't look the same. They don't feel the same.
yeah, like a gun
many
is
different
like
things.
a pound. A gun is like a pound and a half. A taser is like.
cops there and could not put that boy.
Exactly, and that's exactly. Cops are so fucking bad at their jobs. There are so many things they should be getting to before they get to the gun. You're telling me 3 cops can't stop a 13-year-old boy from getting in a car without shooting him? Number 1.
Cops around
Number
here,
2, a grown man cop can't stop a 16-year-old girl with a knife. Like you can't constrain her. You can't. That's a 16-year-old.
That's what I'm saying.
girl
Like,
with a
can't you
knife.
just pull out the taser? Like, I see
You're a
crackhead
cop.
body tasers, but not a little girl, bro.
Fuck the taser. You can't. Fuck the taser. As a grown man, you can't grab her. Like, why do you even need to go to the weapons? Why can't cops constrain people without using that? They constrain mass shooters when they're white all the time. They grab mass shooters and stop them and constrict them and lock them up.
You
without
remember
doing
during the
anything.
riots, that little white kid that pulled up with a
Kyle
whole
Rittenhouse. Kyle Rittenhouse.
Fuck
He
Sean,
didn't look
put
that.
that picture up today, bro.
Yeah,
Kyle
Kyle Rittenhouse.
How crazy that picture is. Like, this motherfucker's walking around with a big ass gun.
With an AR. With an AR. He just got finished shooting
He
people.
just got finished murdering at least one person, I think 2, but he that has killed people, and they got him under control fine. But you can't stop a 16-year-old girl with a knife. You can't stop a 13-year-old boy who's unarmed. You can't
I
stop.
feel like our fucking like security, like the whole U.S. is shit, bro.
Bro, fuck the security. It's just
nah, nah, nah.
racism.
Like, no,
It's just racism. It's just
The
racism.
biggest
Bro.
takeaway from 2020 to me was all these foreign countries looking at us like, yo, look,
We're
we
clowns,
could pull up
baby.
if we wanted to. Like,
Yeah.
our own people shut down the White House. Like, we never seen the White House turn their lights off. We just
Capitol,
watched
the
that.
Capitol.
The
The
Capitol.
Capitol.
Yeah, but like the actual White House.
Oh yeah, no, because he was scared.
The White House turned off the lights for the first time.
He was in the basement. Yeah, he was locked the fuck
And then they watched their
down.
own citizens.
Bro,
like,
you
storm
remember
the
when
Capitol.
when they were having the whole protest and shit outside the White House, and he brought the fucking Secret Service or military out to clear all these people just to hold up a Bible in front of a church,
Yeah.
and then went right back into the White House.
That's everybody in the
If
way.
you look at how crazy, like, break it down to everything, like, from the 9/11 attacks, the way that the security shit's been done, like, the terrorists that blew up in the planes that hijacked, the fucking people knew about them, like, the FBI knew about them,
Yeah.
they did nothing.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
FBI and the CIA had
These
information.
motherfuckers went to the fucking flying schools, and they weren't focused on learning how to land the fucking plane accurately, nigga.
Nah, they didn't
were
learn
also-
about landing it. Yeah, they just
Like, the
didn't.
guy says it, like, we're like, yo, you want to practice on your landing? He's like, don't worry about that, buddy.
Yeah, he was like, I'll skip that lesson. I'll skip it. I don't need that part, bro. If that's not a red flag, my guy, come
Don't
on.
worry about that, buddy.
What do we learn about landing? About what?
About what?
Landing?
Landing.
Landing.
Don't worry about
I need taking off and flying, and I don't need the last part. I'm good on that.
I need to learn how to control.
Oh, I'm gonna land in these 72 virgins, my guy. I'll be alright.
That shit is sick,
And so you look at that. Also, the Vegas shooter, that guy that went to the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, that dude is sick,
bro. He had a whole week where he was walking into the fucking hotels with big ass suitcases that could only hold guns. Like, you know, like the gun, like the cases that have like the fucking plastic and
Yeah,
everything.
yeah,
Like, bro, he's walking in with like dozens of those every day, nigga. And it's like, well, what is he gonna
It's so stupid. But then if it's a black person who walks in with one weird fucking suitcase,
It's a wrap.
they're gonna open up his
Bro, have you
suitcase.
seen
They're
that
gonna run
dude?
through his shit.
I'm
But you know what's
looking
really,
right now.
you know what's really sad about this whole like racism shit and everything. It's so integrated in so many different like aspects of life. Like pretty much like any job or any profession you go into, there's always gonna be like some type of slight racism. Because even at my job, like at a bank, where we have to like look at fraud and shit. when we see people committing fraud, it's more than likely going to be an African American person,
Bro,
like just a dark skinned person, and like it sucks because I'm not a racist guy. I don't give a fuck about that shit. But when I'm at my job and I see somebody come into the bank and they already look suspicious, like I already know, like okay, this guy looks like this. He might be doing something, and then like 8 out of 10 times it's right. Like so, like that shit is just ridiculous.
It's just a toxic cycle. Niggas are stuck in that position.
They can't get out of like their comfort. Like bro, just like learn different things. Like I remember when I worked at Shopper and Coles, bro, they would buy like let's say like 13 gift cards and they'll pull up with a credit card and max it out just because they want to get all the money on the gift card so they can use it.
Yeah.
So that's when they're like, yo, no, like you can't pay for gift cards with a credit card. It could only be a debit card. They'll be like, oh come on, just pay for. I'm like, nah.
Oh, that sounds like cheese.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, no, that's how they do. That's how
like
they
the
commit
machine
fraud.
will take it because it's still money, but you can't do it with a credit card.
Yeah, it's the same thing at the bank when they come in and try to withdraw money and they try to clean the money by turning it into money orders or like checks at like Walmart or something. Or like they'll even do it with like a debit card. Like they'll open up a new account. They'll use the debit card to like get a whole bunch of checks from Walmart or something because they'll deposit a fake check. And as soon as those funds clear, they'll
deposit a fake check.
Deposit like it's a fake check.
Deposit a fake check.
Yeah, they'll deposit a fake check. So like the check is from like an account number that's like probably doesn't exist anymore. But by the time the funds clear and by the time the bank knows that account doesn't exist, it's too late. They already withdraw the money or they turned it into checks to like make it.
So like a check, like let's say like my parents have like mad checkbooks at the crib. So like I could write a check and go deposit it and it'll clear.
Well, yeah, if the account, as long as the account is still open and like active.
Yeah, that's how these schemers be doing it, bro.
Yeah, because it'll clear.
Yeah,
because it'll clear like within like 2 to 3 days, like maybe 5 days, depending on how like big the check is or whatever. But as soon as it clears, and even if it's fake, it takes the bank like at least another week or so to like actually figure out that this account, like they'll backtrack it, they'll say this account doesn't exist, like this account is something bullshit.
Low-key just opened the floodgates for mad heads right now.
But this isn't a secret. Everybody knows how to do. Everybody knows how to do fraud. Like all you need is just like somebody's information.
Wells Fargo, bro.
Bro, they got raped. Wells Fargo gets raped by fraud a lot.
You ever seen the movie Leonardo DiCaprio, Catch Me If You Can?
Catch Me If You Can, yeah, great film.
Fire movie.
Great movie.
He goes through the entire movie.
It's based off a real person.
Of a real person who scammed a bunch of banks back in the day before the internet and everything, before everyone was so connected. It was mad easy to go into a bank, get a loan or whatever, but because he was just like this confident, like just people would give him loans, like the girls at the bank like liked him or whatever, and give him loans, and he was like defrauding the bank because he was just taking money. He was pretending. Yeah, he was pretending to be he was a fucking like a homeless kid who ran away from home.
Yeah, he ran away from home. He was like 17 years old, and this guy faked being a pilot. He faked being a lawyer. He faked being a doctor. And was writing fake checks like out of all these professions and was able to cash them out and able to get all his money.
But because he was confident enough and people just believed him, and it was like the 60s, so they couldn't really verify it quickly enough.
And he was white.
And
that helps.
That helps a lot.
Like, even though you hate to see it, like most of the time the people that are doing all these dumb shit,
they're black. They're black.
Well, they stuck in the loop, bro.
Exactly, and that's the big thing because, like you said before, that racism is so indulged in everything we do. Racism is so indulged in the system that it keeps people in the ghetto and people in poverty and the African American communities in there, and it keeps them from going forward because they can't get loans. Their credit is bad from the jump because they don't have the opportunities that people in these better off communities do. They don't get the access to the same level of education to go on to college, access to the same jobs or internships or anything like that. So that people who are in these bad off communities don't really have a chance to get out of these bad off communities. That's why you only really make it out, quote unquote, when you get famous or get rich or become a rapper or an athlete or whatever.
That is just trying to see where you get your next check to.
Because they don't have the same opportunities.
Because they're just around the same people their whole fucking life, pretty much.
And they don't have the same opportunity.
When you're white, I don't understand why the fuck they don't push it to get the fuck out of that hood, bro. Like,
but they push it, but it's the problem is that, like, let's say you go to school, right, and you go to school, in high school in a white community versus a black community. When you go to high school in a white community, you get access to like these SAT prep classes and all this other, prep classes to help you. You get job fairs and career fairs and all this other shit that we got in UCHS that they didn't get in Dickinson. They don't get in shittier schools. They don't get the same opportunities.
Is the difference the way that people make gangbanging and being about that street life cool, nigga.
That's true.
Like, the way people
Yeah.
make
It's a
that
part of
shit
the cycle.
mainstream, and it's like,
Because they
bro,
portray,
Because
yeah,
that's
they
the only
portray.
way.
That's the only way they can make it out.
Exactly. That's the only way that they
take
see
shit
they can
into
make it
niggas'
out.
brains, and they're like, yo, I gotta be on this shit.
Like that's the
So
shit.
that's
Like
why
you
they go
always
crazy
you always
with
hear that
shit.
you always hear that shit
Because
in like hood movies and stuff.
Yeah,
It's just like
exactly.
the only way you're getting out the hood is
It's
if
like
you rap,
making it.
if you hoop,
Nice
or if you
as
trap.
fuck.
That's it. You got those are your three
That's
options.
it.
You got to know how to
But
work
the
a
same-
mic or something.
Those same ideas and those same mentalities don't get instilled in white kids in these different communities. They get instilled with you're gonna go to college, then you're gonna get an internship at your dad's company, and you're gonna get a job there, and you're gonna be fine. For those black kids, they don't get this. It's instilled in them, like you said. I'm not gonna make it out by getting a fucking 9 to 5 because I'm gonna die before I graduate high school.
Yeah,
So I need to
facts.
make that money right the fuck now. Like I need to do what I gotta do.
I'll say this much.
It's
There's still a couple people that make it out just like
That's
education.
what I was about to say.
But
yeah.
percentage wise,
Yeah,
from these
percentage-wise,
communities
no.
versus from white
Oh, no,
or
absolutely.
well-off
No.
communities.
I'm not arguing that.
I don't
I'm just
even
saying
think so.
because you said it was three options, but you could.
There's
You can still make it out
there's a lot of
education.
white people though that look at that street life and want to be part of it.
Nah, I'm gonna say
They'll
this
fuck up.
much. The biggest thing is like there's mad people like from where we from, like how we are, that they made it out in their own avenues, like lawyers, doctors, all that shit.
Yeah, but
like
they're not from
way
that
more than
background.
athletes or rappers, but that shit don't get shown. Like you don't see that
It
shit on
doesn't.
TV.
Exactly.
That shit don't get the glory.
There's
it should.
a lot of successful people that are not fucking. And
That's a part of it though, cause
Yeah.
who's controlling all of the mainstream media though? If you think about it, like who's
White
really the
man.
one? Yeah, exactly.
White
And
man,
they feed into that shit.
And they
do.
put their industry
And
plants
they
in
want-
here.
And they
There
want
are
these
industry
kids
plants.
to only work towards rapping, balling, or trapping. Like they want these kids to still be stuck in
Bro,
these
because guess
mindsets.
who's making money off all that?
Them.
bro.
Shit.
they become ballers. Guess what? Who the fuck owns the NBA? Adam Silver, white people.
He doesn't own the NBA, but all the owners-
He's the commissioner in the NBA. Yeah, all
That's
the
what
team
they're
owners.
like,
Fucking
yeah,
James
they
Dolan,
go, you
pussy ass
already know
bitch.
My son gonna be a baller.
Steve
Nah, my son
fucking
gonna be a
Baumer.
producer. I'm gonna have that boy in front of a piano.
Because we all want our sons to like live out our dreams.
Nah, that nigga just gonna be nice. I'm a blessing, bro.
What I do think-
there's in music there's a thing called perfect pitch that you literally can't learn unless you listen to mad music as a child. You can't be an adult and learn that shit.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that shit's crazy.
Oh fuck it.
What I think is just a better opportunity that people have now they don't have before is just all the advancement in technologies we got. So there's the internet. There's like so many different avenues these guys to go through. Like, you know, people just make bread off YouTube. They become YouTubers, bloggers, vloggers, whatever. TikTok, like just becoming like a social media personality. Like you can get
I
out.
was gonna say that we're the last generation that
That
played
didn't have-
outside and
yeah.
shit. Like we didn't.
Oh yeah,
when
we
were in
actually,
middle school,
yeah, when we were
didn't
kids,
have
we
that shit.
actually like
transition
interacted with
period.
each other.
Bro,
We were like the
our
transition
parents
period.
telling us to go home, be like now.
Yeah, we were all
Go fuck
outside.
outside,
Yeah,
bro.
that's true.
Facts, we hear that shit all the time, yo. We be out in like Central or whatever, or Gilmore balling for like hours and
I'll never
shit.
forget getting called on my prepaid phone because I didn't even have a cell phone.
Yes.
Like
I
even
had a
the
government
prepaid phones
phone.
were still popping like that.
I had the Verizon fucking.
Bro, I had a fucking LG chocolate. I had an LG
Oh no,
chocolate.
you're right. It was called the LG chocolate.
Bro, I had the LG chocolate, bro, but it wasn't even mine. It was my mom's phone, so like, yeah, it just got handed down.
too,
Bro.
though. You ever had a sidekick?
Yo, this shit was
If
fire,
you didn't have a
bro.
sidekick, you was a pussy.
Bro,
That
facts.
nigga
He wasn't
was
getting,
like
and he wasn't getting no pussy.
If you have a Blackberry, you pussy too.
Oh, por el BBM, hit me, tírame por el Blackberry. Estamos en el serio.
right now, bro. No
BB,
cap.
I never had a Blackberry. I jumped on AIM. And AIM was like kind of a similar
Nah,
thing.
AIM was
Black-
not- that's what I'm talking
Blackberry
about.
had like
AIM was BBM.
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say.
Yeah, it was AIM.
Nah,
That's what I was about to say,
I
it's
remember
hard.
Blackberry from that brick game where you guys.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Breakout. That's a classic.
Yeah.
Breakout. That's a classic
My
game.
dad was nasty.
Bro, your dad probably played that bitch on the Atari before it came out on Blackberry. That shit was
You remember
a
you
Breakout
had
is a
bad
classic.
balls like accumulated, like let's
Yeah.
say go drop. You had man. My dad had. Nigga was sad as shit. We lost that ball, nigga. Fuck, I was that high at this shit.
Y'all here raging over 2K. You over
Bro,
here.
my dad had this game on his little flip phone. It was a fucking quarterback game, and you would
You
press
remember the
1, 2, or
worm?
3 to throw the ball.
Like that worm on
Oh,
the
Snake,
back.
snake,
Yes.
snake, yeah, snake.
Oh my god.
Of course.
That's just hard as
That
fuck.
shit spawned so many other games. Like, mad shit came from the old.
Yo,
ass
low
games.
key, one of my friends told me the video game industry was dying. Because,
Oh, yeah, there was a video
Yeah.
game crash in the 80s.
Yeah, no, but like currently, because of like streaming shit.
I think
Like,
video games, like
Video games are
keep
shallow
video
videos.
games physical video games are dying.
Oh yeah, physical copies, yeah, but video games as an industry have
Facts.
never
Look
been
at
bigger
GameStop. GameStop's about to be
That's what I
bankrupt.
was telling him. I was like, it's more accessible now than ever.
You will never be able to go into a fucking video game store with a game that just came out this year and they'll give you even close to what you want.
Oh,
Yeah,
definitely
even
not.
back then,
GTA
bro,
5 is the entertainment product that's made the most money of anything like ever.
that shit
Yeah, bro.
Any
That's
album,
what
any
it is.
music,
Yeah.
Any movie?
everything.
Yeah, bro.
It's all I mean, but
Because
GTA
it's been
5.
out for 8 years and they've done all these microtransactions.
Nah, but this was like in the
And-
first year.
and they
this
keep-
was like in the first
year
3
he broke
years.
that. Yeah.
when GTA.
But still, movies don't last that long. Like it makes sense that it makes more than movies
Good
and music and
movies,
shit.
good
I mean,
movies.
video games
But
don't.
even
Video games
after-
don't make that much money.
Even after the first couple of months, and it's because they stretch, like they use GTA as a movie.
Oh, they got it, yeah. After
But
all those
even-
once GTA Online came out and all those heists started coming out, like
Even after the first 3 or 4 months of movies out, after the box office, the trailing revenue that it makes is nothing compared to those
Yeah,
first
shit,
2
but
months.
Oh, yeah,
even that. Think about how much money Infinity War made. Like didn't that
They're
shit make
billion-dollar
like
movies.
And they re-released that shit.
Like
billions.
Avatar is a $1 billion movie too.
And
that shit ain't beat GTA.
And Grand Theft Auto probably makes that shit per year.
oh, for sure.
Like the box office of whatever the Avengers
Microtransactions
made,
and
all
shit.
microtransactions,
they made
all
like
that shit.
300 million.
Wow. Wow.
Okay.
Bro, that game's a
Also,
crazy
dude,
ass
that
ad
people load
revenue
up the
place,
same
too.
generator, load up some bush and be like, here, no game, nigga.
Bro, GTA is a fucking.
GTA is
in
what?
2020,
money
GTA sold another 20 million units.
And GTA's on sale right now. That's just like fucking.
That's still like
$39
it's still
for
like
the
30
deluxe
bucks.
yo, what was the first GTA y'all played?
San Andreas.
San Andreas, baby, that's the goat, man.
I played Vice City.
140 million total.
I had San Andreas first, then I got Vice City, but I played all of
I
them.
played Vice City first.
I
and then
played
San
Liberty
Andreas.
City.
I played GTA 3 before I
I only
played
played San Andreas 5 a little bit. I thought it was mid because San Andreas was popping.
San Andreas was fantastic.
Yeah, and
San
then
Andreas
fucking I
is
played 5.
Crazy, B. I had the.
San Andreas was the hood GTA, bro.
B. I had like on the
Okay.
paper. I had all the cheat codes written down.
This is the actual stat. This is the
If
actual
I played
stat.
on the PC, the cheat codes hit different because they were words. You would have to type the words.
And they got multiplayer now on PC.
But the multiplayer was pop. That was GTA Online before Online.
This is the actual stat. Within 24 hours of release, Grand Theft Auto 5 generated more than $850 million worldwide in revenue, equating to 11.21 million copies. In the next 3 days after its release, the game has surpassed $1 billion in sales, making it the fastest-selling entertainment product in history.
A week after.
Mind you, that's before GTA Online came out. Because
Yeah,
remember,
we didn't even
GTA
get
Online,
access
we
to
didn't
that
get that
shit.
shit for 2 weeks.
Well, everybody was on GTA Online, bro.
And then for that first month, I remember
So-
I got GTA.
you couldn't get
on
in the
my server.
game,
You
son.
couldn't get into the game. You
Those
couldn't
were-
play online.
Yeah, the
for
servers
first month.
were so trash.
You would sit in that loading menu 30 minutes.
Oh no, I remember
and be
getting it
glad
like
you
in
loaded
November. Because I remember they gave us free money in October. Like, yo, we're sorry we couldn't play. Here's free money. And in November, I was like, shit, we
I
popping
don't know if
now.
you-
And GTA Online was popping.
I don't know if you
in November.
remember though, but like we deadass spent a whole year without online.
It was
It was
a
a
year.
year?
It wasn't a month. It was a whole year, dude.
For GTA Online?
Yeah, there was a whole year where there's no online.
Damn, nigga, tell us
That's
that
that's
shit.
a
We ain't
game
do
you
shit
can-
that year, JJ.
That's a game you like just go back to like.
I'm telling you, bro, it's because it's the formula. Now people are doing games where it's a service.
That's what
so
they
you're
have
paying
no
for the
hurry
service.
to like make another one, nigga.
They're in nowhere. They haven't been for 8 years. That shit came out in 2013.
It's just a game that they just keep adding. So like,
Exactly.
why we go come out with a new
I
one?
mean,
We
they're
don't need to
probably
update
working
the
on
engine,
GTA 6
everything
in the
works.
background.
Oh, for sure,
No,
but
no,
like,
they
bro,
don't-
they
they
have
don't
it. They
know.
have it. They have like they want that shit to be like some wild, crazy like. You could go to multiple city type shit. B.
I mean, they started bugging out once I seen I could golf for fun. I was like, bro, golf is barely fun in real life. Like, so
Bro,
why
that
am I
shit
playing
is.
Bro, you know what I was
played
doing?
golf.
Oh,
Like
y'all-
we would all.
y'all went to golf?
There would be like 4 of us, and we would be playing GTA all by ourselves, and we're like,
You know what I
let's
would be
play golf.
doing in GTA
Bro,
Online?
I would literally go to the store and fucking put on golf clothes.
Yo, yeah, you said that. Yo, we used to
my
get
nigga would have
dressed
some
for
slacks,
everything
bro.
we were doing.
He had
Like,
drip,
if we're
he had
gonna-
the cap.
If we're gonna go play golf, we're gonna dress up in golf shoes. If we're gonna go rob a liquor store, we're putting on ski masks. Like we got, bro. GTA 5 is lit.
Bro,
Like,
I
I will
used-
give it. GTA
When
5 is lit.
There was a long time where I was playing GTA 5 online where I would just hop on my bike and go to the skate
Yo,
park
that
and
means
just
all
bike.
all I did in GTA 5 Online was bike, bro.
Yeah,
shit's
just
funny
bike.
as
And
hell.
I would try to do tricks, bro. I got one backflip and that's it. That's all I was ever able to
My
do.
funnest experience was Saul joined my lobby. So if y'all don't know, Saul's like a GTA terrorist.
That
Like
man
he got
is-
banned from the bad sport lobby. That's how bad this man is.
Multiple times.
Yeah. So I'm just riding the bike and shit, and this man deadass joins my lobby with his friend, and they was just chasing me with a copper and shit, trying to kill me, bro. I'm just riding the bike in the mountains and shit, like trying to live. Sammy, weak as fuck.
That shit is funny as hell. He's dead as a terrorist. Like, the way the GTA kind of works is like you can play with regular people in regular lobbies. Yeah, let's take a little break. A bad reputation. Then they put you in bad reputation lobbies. That man got banned from the bad reputation lobbies. Like he was like, nah, you can't play with nobody.
Where niggas are want smoke.
We can't even put you in the remedial class with the bad kids. Like we gotta suspend you. Like, we gotta get the fuck out.
We taking you out the annex.
Crazy shit, man.
Y'all trying to go smoke real quick?
Yeah, let's take a little break.
We out.
Alright.
But slow down, 10 toes to the ground. Finna lick up with the party just to rap and smoke a pound. Fuck the cinema, blast it off the indica. Why you acting cynical? I know you ain't so innocent.
Several different stances when I'm spitting my stanzas. Man, I'm rolling like Kansas despite the low finance.